Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched another pianist and thought, I can never play like that? Or maybe you just said, I'm just not naturally talented. If so, you're not alone. I've heard those words from countless adult piano students. But after years of teaching, I've come to believe that talent isn't what keeps most people from reaching their potential. And today I want to talk about the mistake I believe holds more pianists back than anything else. And it's not the lack of talent. Most people think the biggest obstacle is talent, but I don't believe that. I've seen students with incredible natural ability quit because they become discouraged. And I've seen students with very little musical experience make remarkable progress because they stayed committed. So talent may influence where you start, but it doesn't necessarily determine where you'll finish. So the biggest mistake, is believing that every practice session is a test, instead of seeing it as training. So think about that for a moment. If every time you sit down at the piano you're asking, how did I do? Did I play it perfectly? Did I make too many mistakes? Then every practice session becomes an evaluation. And evaluations, that just creates pressure. And pressure creates fear. Fear makes learning harder. So practice is training. Imagine an athlete. They don't go into every workout expecting a perfect performance. They do expect to struggle. They expect to improve little by little. And honestly, piano is no different. Practice isn't where you're supposed to prove what you already know. Practice is where you're supposed to develop what you don't know yet. And mistakes aren't interruptions to learning. They're part of learning. So stop comparing yourselves. Another mistake that keeps pianists from reaching their potential is comparison. And it's easy to watch someone else play beautifully and think, I'll never get there. But you have no idea how many years of practice you're comparing yourself to. You don't know how many mistakes they made. You don't know how many frustrating practice sessions they experienced. You're only seeing today's performance. You're not seeing yesterday's struggle. And so the only person you need to compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday. One of my mentors was sharing a story about Tiger Woods. And Tiger Woods, regardless of what you feel about him or, what your personal opinion is, he does not go out onto the golf course and compete with everyone else. Yeah, he's competing with everyone else, but he went out there and competed against himself. Was he better than he was yesterday? Was he better than he was a year ago? So that is the main focus here, is the person that you need to compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday. Focus on becoming. One of the biggest mindset shifts that I've made is this. Instead of asking, am I a good pianist? I ask, am I becoming a better pianist? Those are completely different questions. One focuses on judgment, the other just focuses on growth. And growth is always available. And so my challenge for you is this week, I want you to try something. At the end of every practice session that you have, don't ask, was I perfect? Instead, ask yourself these 3 questions. What did I learn today? What improved today? What will I focus on tomorrow? These 3 questions keep your attention on progress instead of perfection. So remember, your potential isn't limited by your age. It isn't limited by your background. It isn't even limited by how many mistakes you make. Your potential grows every time you choose to keep showing up. Every intentional practice session, every lesson, every challenge is shaping the pianist that you're becoming. So don't let the pursuit of perfection rob you of the joy of progress. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about identity, confidence, and intentional practice. Next month, I'm going to be bringing all of those ideas together in a free masterclass where I'll share the complete framework I use to help adult pianists break through plateaus and enjoy practicing again. So I can't wait to tell you more about it, but I would like to hear from you. What's one belief about your piano playing that you're ready to let go of? Share it in the comments below this video. And if this video encouraged you, don't forget to like and subscribe, because every week I share practical strategies and mindset lessons to help adult pianists build confidence, practice with purpose, and enjoy the journey of becoming the musician they were created to be. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.